There is a sudden stillness that falls over a forest right before a predator steps into the clearing. It is not a peaceful silence. It is a heavy, pressurized quiet where every living thing holds its breath because it knows something powerful has arrived. You might be sitting in your car or walking through a crowded city street or lying in your bed at night, and you feel that exact same drop in atmospheric pressure. Your skin prickles. Your stomach tightens. It is a biological alarm system that has nothing to do with logic and everything to do with survival. This is the first signal that a Scorpio energy has entered your life, or that the universe is trying to communicate with you about a Scorpio you already know. Most people ignore these physical sensations. They brush them off as anxiety or indigestion. But when you are dealing with the 8th sign of the zodiac, ignoring your gut is the most dangerous thing you can do. The universe does not send text messages. God does not write emails. When the divine needs to get your attention regarding the most intense, transformative, and potentially destructive sign in the zodiac, it uses the language of nature. It sends messengers that have existed long before humans built cities. These messengers are animals. They cross your path in reality. They appear in your dreams, or they show up repeatedly in images and art around you. They are not coincidences. They are specific warnings and protections designed to tell you exactly what kind of water you are swimming in. I am Madame Tina. For over 20 years, I have read the stars and the souls of thousands of people. I have seen the wreckage left behind when people ignore the red flags. And I have seen the miracles that happen when people learn to listen to the whispers of the universe. I have sat across from strong men who were brought to their knees by a Scorpio woman, and I have comforted women who felt like they were losing their minds loving a Scorpio man. The common thread in every single one of these stories is that the signs were there from the beginning. They just didn't know how to read them. Today, we are going to learn the language of the wild. We are going to identify the 3 specific animals that God uses to warn you about a Scorpio's intentions, or to protect you from the intensity of their love. If you understand these symbols, you will never be blindsided again. You need to understand that a Scorpio is not just a person with a birthday in late October or November. They are a force of nature. They are ruled by Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, and Mars, the planet of war. When this energy comes into your life, it is coming to change you. It might be a beautiful change, or it might be a painful one, but you will not leave the encounter the same person you were when you entered it. The universe knows that most human beings are terrified of change, so it sends these animal spirits to prepare you. It is a mercy. It is a way of giving you a heads up so you can brace yourself for impact. We are going to walk through these 3 animal totems, starting from the one that signals a need for truth, moving to the one that signals danger and transformation, and ending with the one that signals divine protection and higher power. By the end of this talk, you will look at the natural world and your relationships with completely different eyes. Let's begin with the first messenger, a creature that is often misunderstood and feared, much like Scorpio itself. We are talking about the crow or the raven. You might be walking down the street and see a murder of crows gathering on a telephone wire, staring down at you. Or perhaps you hear that distinct raspy caw right outside your window every morning. In many cultures, the crow is seen as an omen of bad luck, but that is a superficial reading. In the context of dealing with a Scorpio, the crow is the messenger of hidden truths. Scorpios are the detectives of the zodiac. They value privacy and secrets above all else. They hide their true feelings behind a wall of ice, and they are experts at unearthing the secrets of others. When God sends the crow into your path, it is a direct warning about the flow of information. The crow is one of the most intelligent birds in existence. They remember faces, they hold grudges, they communicate complex information to one another. If this animal starts appearing in your life while you are dealing with a Scorpio, the universe is telling you one of 2 things. First, it might be a warning that the Scorpio knows more than they are saying. You might think you are getting away with a little white lie, or that you have successfully hidden your past from them. The crow is telling you that they know. They are watching you with that same sharp, black-eyed intensity, waiting for you to come clean. If you continue to lie to a Scorpio while the crow is present, you are digging your own grave. The relationship will not survive the deception. The crow is pleading with you to be honest, to lay your cards on the table, because the Scorpio has already read the deck. On the other hand, the crow might be a warning that the Scorpio is the one hiding something from you. Not necessarily out of malice, but out of self-preservation. Scorpios carry deep wounds. They have traumas they never speak of. The crow appears to tell you that there is a shadow here that you are not seeing. It is a prompt for you to pay attention to what is not being said. Look at their actions, not their words. The crow flies between the world of the living and the world of the dead. It sees the things that are buried. If you see this bird, it is time to ask the hard questions. It is time to look your partner in the eye and ask them what is weighing on their soul. Do not be afraid of the answer. The crow brings the truth, and the truth, no matter how heavy, is the only thing that can build a solid foundation with this water sign. Now, I want to take a brief moment to speak directly to your heart. If you are hearing this and feeling a shiver down your spine, if you are realizing that you have seen these signs and ignored them, do not judge yourself. We all learn at our own pace. We are building a family here of people who are brave enough to look at the messy, magical reality of life. I want you to be part of this circle. Go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. It is not just a button, it is a way of saying, I am ready to listen. Join us, and let's navigate these deep waters together. You do not have to walk through the forest alone anymore. Moving deeper into the wilderness, we encounter the second animal. This is the creature most commonly associated with Scorpio, but its spiritual message is often misinterpreted as purely evil or dangerous. We are talking about the snake. If you start seeing snakes, whether it is a garden snake crossing your hiking path, a pattern on a piece of clothing that catches your eye, or vivid nightmares about serpents biting you, the universe is screaming a message of transformation. The snake is the animal that grows by shedding its skin. It literally crawls out of its old body to survive. If it cannot shed its skin, it dies. When this animal appears in connection with a Scorpio, it is a warning that a situation in your life has become stagnant and toxic, and it is about to end. Scorpios are the alchemists of the zodiac. They do not tolerate things that are dead or dying. They have a natural instinct to destroy what is not working so that something new can be built. When the snake appears, God is warning you that you are holding on too tight to something that needs to go. This could be a job, a belief system, a bad habit, or even your own ego. The Scorpio in your life is acting as the catalyst for this shedding process. They might be challenging you, pushing your buttons, or triggering your deepest insecurities. It feels like they are attacking you, like a snake strike, but in reality, they are trying to inject the venom that cures the sickness. They are trying to force you to shed your skin. The warning here is about resistance. If you resist the change that the Scorpio energy is bringing, the bite will hurt. It will fester. The relationship will become a battleground of jealousy and control. The snake is telling you that you need to surrender to the process of death and rebirth. You need to let the old version of yourself die so the new version can live. This is terrifying. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. Nobody wants to feel the tight, itchy skin of transition. But the snake reminds us that the only way out is through. If you see this animal, do not run from the Scorpio. Instead, look at yourself. Ask yourself what you are afraid of losing. Ask yourself why you are so attached to a version of your life that clearly isn't working anymore. The Scorpio is just the mirror reflecting your own need for evolution. Furthermore, the snake represents the healing power of sexuality and intimacy. Scorpios merge with their partners on a soul level. It is not casual for them. If the snake appears, it can be a warning to protect your sexual energy. Are you sharing your body with someone who deserves it? Are you allowing a Scorpio to consume you completely, leaving nothing for yourself? The snake warns against obsession. It reminds you that while merging is beautiful, you must remain a distinct individual. Do not let the coil of the snake squeeze the life out of you. Love should be a liberation, not a cage. The presence of the snake is a call to establish boundaries, to know where you end and where the other person begins. It is a divine protection against losing your identity in the intoxicating depth of a Scorpio's love. We must also consider the venom. In small doses, snake venom is used in medicine to heal heart conditions and stop bleeding. In large doses, it kills. This is the perfect metaphor for Scorpio energy. A little bit of their intensity can heal your life, waking you up and making you feel more alive than ever. Too much of it, without balance, can poison your spirit. The snake appears to tell you to check the dosage. Is this relationship healing you, or is it slowly killing your joy? God uses the snake to tell you to pay attention to your symptoms. If you feel drained, anxious, or fearful constantly, the venom is too strong. You need to step back. You need to find the antidote, which is often spending time alone, grounding yourself in nature, and reconnecting with your own power source. Finally, we arrive at the third and most powerful animal, the one that represents the highest evolution of the Scorpio soul. Most people forget that the ancient symbol for the evolved Scorpio is not the scorpion or the snake, but the eagle. This is the bird that flies higher than any other, closest to the sun. It possesses vision that is 8 times sharper than a human's. When the eagle crosses your path, God is sending you a message of divine protection and higher perspective. This is the ultimate reassurance. It means that the Scorpio in your life has stepped into their power as a protector. They are no longer operating from the low vibration of jealousy or revenge. They are operating from a place of spiritual nobility. If you see an eagle, or if you feel drawn to imagery of great birds of prey, the universe is telling you that you are safe. A Scorpio who has evolved into the eagle is the most loyal, fierce protector you will ever find. They will watch over you with a sharp eye, spotting dangers before they even arrive. They will use their intensity to fight for you, not against you. The eagle is a sign that you have found a partner who is willing to lift you up, to help you soar to heights you could never reach on your own. It is a partnership of power. The eagle does not flock with pigeons. It flies alone or with a mate. This animal signals that you are entering a rare, elevated union that few people ever experience. However, the eagle also brings a warning about judgment and the high road. If you are in a conflict with a Scorpio, the eagle is God's way of telling you to rise above it. Do not get down in the mud. Do not try to outsting a scorpion. You will lose. The only way to win a war with a Scorpio is to not fight it. Fly higher. Take the perspective of the eagle. Look at the situation from a distance. See the pain that is driving their behavior. See the wounded child beneath the armor. When you adopt the eagle's view, you stop taking things personally. You realize that their lashing out is a cry for help, not an act of malice. The eagle protects you by giving you the wisdom to detach. The eagle also represents divine justice. Scorpios are obsessed with fairness and balance. If you have been wronged by a Scorpio and you see the eagle, know that the universe handles the scales. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to punish them. The cycle of karma is swift and accurate. The eagle reminds you that God sees everything. If a Scorpio has betrayed you, they will face their own reckoning in due time. Your job is to keep flying. Your job is to focus on the sun, on the light, on your own spiritual growth. Do not let their gravity pull you down to the earth. Ultimately, these 3 animals, the crow, the snake, and the eagle, are the map that God has given you to navigate the complex terrain of the Scorpio soul. The crow asks for truth. The snake demands transformation. The eagle offers protection and perspective. When you learn to spot these messengers, you stop being a victim of the energy and start being a master of it. You understand that the intensity isn't there to destroy you. It is there to refine you. I want to ask you now, which of these animals has shown up in your life recently? Have you felt the watching eyes of the crow? Have you felt the shedding skin of the snake? Or have you seen the shadow of the eagle's wings over your life? Scroll down to the comments and tell me your story. Share your experience with us. Writing it down is the first step in acknowledging the message. I read your words, and I hold space for your journey. And if you are wondering how to handle the other intense energies in your life, or why you keep attracting the same difficult patterns, you need to watch the video that is appearing on the screen right now. It holds the next key to your freedom. Click it, and I will meet you there.